Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Sorry I'm a bit late. I couple of events today took a little longer than expected, which pushed time limits back here, obviously. Oh, I'm gonna share this out there a couple of times. Alright, so there's shared to my page on Facebook. I'm just gonna go share it to a group or two. We'll see just how this one goes tonight. As always, I'll share it in my animals group. Probably in this group, in that group, another group, maybe a different group. Um, Cows are noisy today, making all kinds of racket. Discard. That was the wrong group to be sharing it in. It would get declined right away. There's a couple that it declined right off the bat. I think I shared it out there 4 or 5 times. Alright. Hey Jaden. Thanks for joining in on the stream. I'm just sharing it about. We're gonna get underway here now. So last night at the end of the stream, I still had a little bit of manure spreading to do, so that's what I'm gonna go try and. I'm hoping that this one fill will do this little field I get to do up here. 'Cause I don't have too much manure left. But I also placed in a new manure silo over here, hoping that it might catch both barns. But the only way I'm really gonna know for sure is if I get rid of the other one. But I landscaped it so nicely that I don't really want to get rid of it. But I'm hoping it gets like the straw that's in the Holstein barn is going down. And they're both still giving me slurry, so if I can make that much of both, that'll be a good price. If I can get slurry and manure on a regular basis, both. Oh! Touch the fence. And I gotta roll these 3 little fields here. I got that field over there rolled. Thanks, Jaden. I almost wrecked again because I was reading your comment. I need to get that grass. I'm gonna mow that grass and probably make it into silage. Uh, but I might take a little bit of it and bale it into grass bales because I will need some for the beef farm. Go this way. I'm gonna share this one more place. I forgot to share this on the Discord. On the Discords. I'm gonna make sure I go slow across here, because if not, I end up in a terrible mess. Did I spread this field already? It's only 50. Oh, yes, I wanted to see if I could spread it again. I gotta check and see if it's going to affect the level of slurry or not. And don't forget, anyone that joins into the stream, if you haven't already, if you like what's going on, if you haven't subscribed already, do so, and hit the little bell button. Don't forget to hit the like button while you're at it. Greatly appreciated. Trying to get to 200 subscribers. Got about 15 more to go. Which I'm hoping should be achievable relatively easily. I'm hoping. We're gonna see, but I'm hoping. Spread manure on this field, and then have it ready for planting. We're gonna spread slurry in field 70, and then seed it. It doesn't have any fertilization state at all yet. I might pass a cultivator over top of this one, just to work that manure in. Even though, yes, I know I don't have to, but in my head I do. You wouldn't want to run your planter over freshly spread manure, but then again, most of the time this would be spread in the winter time or on a grass field, not so much as a topping on soil fields, but hey, you use what you got. Hey, Brian. I'm in good spirits right now, I gotta admit, last night, because I have it admitted once again. But I'm in good spirits. Oh man, that sucks. So you're in the hospital? You thought you had that sinus infection. That sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. I wish you a speedy recovery, my friend. Wait, yeah. Well, that's unfortunate, man. That sucks. I hope you feel better soon. Jaden. You had the COVID, but you're good now. I guess I can say I've been pretty well lucky with it. It's been around for however long now, 2.5 years, 2 years, and never even a speck of it. 101 temperature. Damn, that's not good. What's going on, Backwoods? Thanks for joining in, guys. I am not gonna have enough manure to do this field. That is unfortunate. I might have enough left over at the farm to do it, but not gonna have enough in this tanker to do it, in this box to do it for sure. Yeah, yeah, that's true. First responders. Thanks, Jade. Greatly appreciate. I'm not gonna have enough manure. I'm gonna keep a little bit in there and just go fill it up. Let's spread back over this. I didn't even have enough to finish that. Look at that. I'm not the only one out of my fire department that's laying in the hospital. We got our lieutenant, we got our captain dealing with COVID as well in the same hospital. Ow, damn, that's rough. That's rough. That takes puts a real hit on the fire department, doesn't it? Oh, speaking of decorations, well, there's a fence. I don't know. You can do stuff like this. Fence, flowers, trees, little wind turbine thingy, house, shed, greenhouses. All works out pretty nice. Some lights, a few flowers, right places. Oh, good Lord Almighty. That was a good hit. It was a square hit. Square hit. Solid fence. I'd be in and out on this stream because of the end. Yep, no worries, bro. No worries, Jaden. No worries. Crash counter +1. I think that's 2 because I hit the gate. I hit the fence coming out of here the first time before you jumped in there, Brian. So that's actually +2. Maybe even +3. I hit. Man, don't I? If you try to keep count, I'll be impressed at the end of the night. That's for sure. I think I'm gonna do some trees and bushes around the house yard, maybe some flowers and lights, something around the barns. Brian Cash +3. There you go. Look at that. See? Uh, uh, yeah, backwoods, man. That's all it is. Just kind of look at it. If you're using government subsidy, I mean, honestly, put it down. look at it if you don't like, and don't just look at it in landscaping. Like, you gotta exit landscaping and go look at it so that you can actually see what it looks like. And then, if you don't like it, get rid of it, put something else. Next thing in the list. Go down through the list until you find something you like and plop it down. That's what I did. That's how everything here got dropped, put down, placed. Milk tank, the light poles, everything. I put down every single light pole there was before I found ones that I liked. And I used a couple of the ones that I really liked, and then I used one great big one that I really liked. But that great big one is only like, I don't know. I just didn't want to have a whole bunch of those because I wanted to make sure that I kept the light off the road and, all that realistic stuff. You know what I'm like backwoods. Details are details are details are everything. Thanks everybody for joining in on the stream. If you're new to the farm, thanks for joining in. Greatly appreciate it. Also, I greatly appreciate it if everybody smash the like button, and if you haven't already subscribed and you like Farming Simulator and you like decent content, I try to do the best I can. I strongly encourage you to hit the subscribe button and take a look at the rest of the channel. And right now we're loading up a little bit of manure here, and we're going to try to finish off field 51 with manure, and then we're going to try to do field 70 in slurry. Hey Bruce, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to jump in your stream earlier. I was at a history making event. Now, unfortunately, I think that is just about all of my manure. I only have 300 and something in this pen, and I don't think I have 600 in the others, so I won't even bother loading it. But now that this one's empty, I might as well sell it and see if the other one's actually collecting for both pens or just the one. I know it'll collect for the brown Swiss, so I'm just going to I'm going to demolish that manure pit right there right now. And maybe put something else here. Oh look, I found some more manure. Look at that. Jethro, have either you or Bruce figured out if you can cover more ground with slurry than manure, or if they both the same? I haven't actually tested that theory, but I'm gonna go ahead and guess that slurry will probably cover more ground than manure. But at the same time, neither one of them cover the same amount of ground that liquid or solid fertilizer for spreader would reach. And that's just the way it is. Bruce, don't use it for fert. He just sells it, yeah. I'm using it for fertilizer. I'm also planning on selling it a bit at a time if I have excess amounts, but I probably won't have too much for excess amounts, except for after I do this planting and rolling and all that. I should have enough bales and everything done up that I can totally lost my train of thought. Oh, my slurry and stuff. I can sell it, and in the wintertime, I'm going to turn the crop the seasonal crop stuff back on here at some point, and then it'll actually be a different story. So what I was thinking too, I'm going to do some testing on it at some point. Dang, Brian, hope you feel better. Yeah, again, hope you feel better, Brian. That's terrible news. Terrible, terrible news. Now I need something to place there. I suppose that can be filled with mineral feed, can it? This Karma 16 trailer, that gets silo can have mineral feed. I might buy that so I can fill that with mineral feed right here. That might be useful. Pressure washer be useful too. I might drop one of them here, but have one of those at each place. If not, I could put just a little, put that little large wooden shed. It doesn't do anything. Looks ridiculous. 6 feet so I can take and taste cardboard. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say, huh? Oh, one thing for sure, I'll put the fence across here if I can't think of anything else to put. No, way too big. Way too big. Put a small chicken coop. I don't want to be bothered with eggs. No, no, not a pile of it backwards. It's a silo. That one thing's a silo. It would just be a tall silver silo. Yeah, that would also suck, Bruce. My tasting is a bit impacted by it, but I haven't been able to smell for several years. I busted my nose at work one night, working at a fish plant, and however it was, I managed to whap my nose. It quit working, and I haven't been able to smell anything since like 2017, 16, 2016, 17, something like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put up that one silo that, that's what I'm going to do. Silo extensions, no. Container. This Karma 16. I'm going to turn it like this. Right here. And I think I'm going to put two of them actually. No, one of them's good. So up to landscaping, painting, grass. This is all going to go back to grass. Like that. And now we're going to do plants. like that. Beautiful. Everybody like. Thanks, Jaden. Thanks, Jesser, did you get... No, I ain't got COVID. I've never had it. Never even had close to it. The not smelling was okay, but the taste was sucked. Yeah, well, me, it was... the not smelling has, I already hit the like button before it spoke. Of course, Bruce did. Awesome. Yeah, backwards. That's the same Jaden that was in last night. Yeah. Um, yeah, no, I smashed my nose a few years ago and it quit working, and I know for sure that that has directly injured me at least once, if not a couple of times. I had a propane hot water heater. It's for like pressure washers and car washes and stuff like that. And I worked at a place that built them, and I was the tester. And unfortunately, one wasn't quite wired right, and it blew up my face. And when it blew up my face, it like first degree burns all over my face and stuff. And it was pretty gnarly, and wasn't in the best of shape for a while. But yeah, if I'd have been able to smell, that wouldn't have happened. Um, hey CBW, how you doing, Chad? Thanks for joining in. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Let's think about what I'm doing here, because I don't remember. Yes, I put in this. Bruce, do you think that this manure silo is close enough to the dairy barn to actually get collected? I noticed that my straw is going down, but I don't know if it's just because it's got a, like, it's going, like the straw in the Holstein barn is going down, but I don't know if it's going to manure in here or if it's just manure from here again. I know it's close enough to the Swiss barn to work, but I don't know if it's close enough to the Holstein barn to work. No, backwoods. Firehouses was worse, man. Firehouses was definitely worse. Um, man, that guy, he was close to a bad ending. Um, which I'm very glad, very thankful that he didn't, because he has been a very good friend of mine for some time now, since before that accident, actually. I can remember the day I got the message about that accident. Yeah, I I'm glad that was I'm glad that worked out better for him in the end than what it definitely could have. That's for sure. And he's also starting a YouTube here. He's going to be on YouTube at some point. I'm not sure I would say yes, it's close enough. Yeah, you see, that's what I'm not sure either. And if you go in here and look, because it'll pop up and tell you like too close to whatever, but it'll also pop up and tell you that it's too far away, right? Um, and like where this one is, it doesn't say, it did not say that where this one was, but like, or like here, right? And like, it still says I overlap from object, but and here it says I can place it, but as soon as I get like here, a manure heap needs to be placed next to a barn. But if I move it right here, it allows me. So maybe this is close enough. Wish you showed the radius. Yeah, me too. I really wish it would. Actually, one thing I did kind of stupid. I didn't turn that on. Maybe that actually will tell me. Or show me. Maybe you already know, Bruce. Maybe it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Toggle free mode on and off. No. Um, Tilt camera, rotate item, zoom, rotate. No. So yeah. But yeah, no, like here it says it still places it. But if I go here, it says it needs to be closer. I'm hoping it's catching both. That would be super cool. Because then I'm collecting slurry from both barns and manure from both barns. Which is just awesome. That would just be awesome. It's at 700. When I left here earlier, just now on the stream, I left and I went to field 51 and I spread that box and I come back here and it's gone up from 540 to 721. And like if I check the cows, the Holstein right now is at 37,656. And when we come back, it'll be a little lower. This one's at 36,627. But they will change. Bruce, thank you for knocking them bots out of the park here. Thank you very much for that. And we're gonna go spread the rest of this slurry, this manure, and then hopefully go spread some slurry. I'm gonna have to get the slurry tanker. I have a slurry tanker at the store that I'm gonna go pick up, and then I won't have to travel the tractor back and forth. I'll have the truck. And I'll be able to fill up the slurry tanker, I think, twice out of the truck. So that'll actually work out fairly well. Hammer, strong hammer tonight, that's for sure. You're gonna feel like Thor by the time it's all over, the way these bots jump in all the time. Bruce, I don't have a job tonight. I'm too slow for bot bashing, apparently. Yeah, Bruce is on top of it, like he says there. He's got a strong arm for it tonight. So yeah, we're gonna do some slurry spreading on that, and actually, I might put a worker to finish this and set up that slurry machine. I have the 1050 on that planter, the 1050's on the roller. I should still have a 942 running around somewhere. I have to finish that little strip right in there too. I forgot about that. I almost used all the manure. I fertilized with the last bit of this field's just a mess. This is one I just bought. It's a mess, total mess. Half it's fertilized with fertilizer and half it's fertilized with manure. Absolute mess of a field. But once I get it planted, by the time it grows and I get it harvested, there'll be a definite fix in everything, and I should have enough slurry and manure to do all my fields. Yeah, Bruce, you got it. Bruce got it for now, and then once Bruce has to, if Bruce doesn't hang around the whole night, then you'll get to take the reins for a little while there, backwoods. Or if you happen to be fast enough on the draw. Awesome. Thanks, Jaden. Have a great night. If you happen to not make it back, I should be on again tomorrow night. So stop in, say hello. Greatly appreciated. I'm gonna go across the road. Have a good night, man. And no worries. No worries. You can't make it in, you can't make it in. It's all kinds of things that happen in life. Look at me, I was almost an hour and a half late, an hour late, compared to what I wanted to be on. There's a farmer near me that raises grass. Oh, crap. Raises grass-fed beef. To me, that means his cattle. You get nothing to eat but grass. Grazing in a field. Am I wrong about what grass feed means? I mean, No, if he raises just grass-feed beef, then probably what he has, they wouldn't just be free range out in a pasture for the most part. They're probably in a feedlot. They could be out in a pasture at the same time, but he probably does feed them with hay, grass, and probably grass silage or something along that line. But very rarely is it, they just live out in a pasture. Unless he owns like a ridiculously huge ranch, and even then, they feed subsidy sometimes, depending on the weather, where it is. I ain't even gonna have enough manure to finish this field. Oh crap! You've been watching since you finished. There's a lot of small content creators, isn't there, Bruce? A lot more than people probably think there is. I unfortunately didn't get a chance to get into anybody's streams tonight. I almost didn't stream myself, but then no, I said, well, I'm going to sit down and play for an hour or two anyway, so I might as well. I was actually kind of thinking of Jaden there. He said he was going to be back in if I was on, so I said I should probably try to get back on at least. Not a good idea to disappoint new subscribers on the first day, right? And like the title says this time tonight here, I'm trying to actively get on the road to 200 subscribers, which would be absolutely awesome to hit. I've got no time limit on it. I'm just looking at hopefully maybe doing that. I was playing with a fella the other night that owns a ranch in Montana with 3,700 head of cattle. Thought that was pretty neat. Yeah, that's a huge ranch. Actually, as far as I'm concerned, I was watching a dude on Facebook playing Warzone and was watching Nicholson for a bit too. Awesome, Bruce. I have Nicholson Farms on. I'm subscribed to him. And I guess I said that I don't get a chance to get on people's streams, but I did pop in and say hello to Firehouse Gaming earlier. He was on Warzone, now that I think of it. Like 10 minutes to sit in with him for about 10 minutes or so while he was playing Warzone. It's not something I can get into anymore. I can't get into the first person shooters. I don't know why, but I just kind of fell out of it after I think the third Black Ops game that come out. I think it was when I ended up meh, just lost it. I play a little bit of Fortnite with my kid once in a while, but not something I would stream or play by myself or anything like that. The closest that comes is I'll play Twitch. I'll play on Twitch once in a while. I'll play Skyrim on Twitch, but that's about it. I have Black Flag. I haven't played it in forever. Uh, Honestly, I haven't played it in a long time. Hey everybody, thanks for joining in on the stream. I I'm way too addicted to Farming Simulator. Honestly, I I'm not even really ashamed to admit it. Love this game. Um, Warzone is fun. I like to play it every now and again. Yeah, I mean the only I don't really know what happened. I fell out of first person shooter games and never got back in. So I know now that this is totally the wrong slurry tanker for what I really want to use it for, and I should just have the big slow sure one there. But there's really no good slurry tanks that aren't like this one. I don't know if this one, I don't think it has a working width, does it? No. So it won't actually do anything. I'm not very good, but it's fun. Oh, I probably would like it backwards. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't, because I mean I liked a lot of the Assassin's Creed, and I really wanted. I do want to try Valhalla. I ain't gonna lie. I want to try uh, Assassin's Creed Valhalla because that's just awesome sounding. But my worst problem is I I don't know. I just don't want to spend the money on it. Honestly, I'll spend the money on Farming Simulator, but I won't on Assassin's Creed. I'll wait till it comes down in price quite a ways. And I've been playing Skyrim a little bit on Twitch, and a lot off of just off camera, enjoying it myself. Cause I don't know if I'm gonna fit in this gate. I might actually have to fill that trailer and bring it back over here. Um, but yeah, I don't really care. I don't do too much other than Farming Simulator. But I have been playing some Skyrim because they updated that with the 10-year anniversary. Oh no, that was well. I mean, I made it. They updated that with a 10-year anniversary, so now things like the you have to eat. I mean, before you could eat and it would restore health, but now like you have to eat. If you don't eat, your stamina goes down, so you can't run, you can't swing, you get cold, you get hot, you get hungry, you get sleepy. It's ridiculous. Yeah, that'd be cool backwards. I'd watch some of that for a while. If I could get it painted, I'd do another road over that way, but I can't get nothing over there. I don't even know if I'll be able to get a transport truck in here or not. I don't know if I'll be able to get that transport trailer in there or not. I'm gonna put a worker on this on field 70 and let him go. And while I take that little tractor and the transport trailer and the other truck over and bring back the slurry tanker, fill it up, and then I'll bring it back to the field. And I should have 2 fills out of that. And I know I'm not supposed to use this in a dirt field. It's supposed to be used on a grass field, but you gotta use what you gotta use. The question I would have with that is, do I let the cutscenes play or would I skip them? I mean, that's what I have my worst decides on with Skyrim too, but you can't skip them on Skyrim, so I'm kind of screwed there. Um, Myself, I would just say let the cutscenes play because cutscenes play because they're pretty cool, most of them, and a lot of them tell a bit of the story. So I mean, if somebody's watching to like the story, like myself. Now I'm gonna have to move this planter, or that guy's gonna run into it. I'll just back it up across the road. I know. Don't judge me for jumping. Yeah, here. I wanted Valhalla, but a buddy of mine said it wasn't as good as other AC games. I mean, I can't honestly say because I haven't played Valhalla, but I've played a bunch of the other Assassin's Creed games, and I mean they do hold. They are a big boot. I'll put it that way. They are a big boot. Like Black Flag, that was epic, absolutely epic game. I played a lot of that on Xbox 360. I do have it on PlayStation 4, um, but I haven't actually played it too much. honestly, which is kind of a shame because I spent like 30 bucks on it. Which one you got, Bruce? Odyssey? Okay, yep. I think that one's in Greece, is it not? Rome? Yeah. And you see, I have the one that was so in the like the Caribbean. The Pirates one is the one I have. Oh man, that is epic. When you get your boat done all up and you're floating around on the high seas, it's some awful fun until you meet one of them really big guys. It's like in the corners of the map. There's four crazy legendary ships that are in the corner of the map that just, if you ain't strong enough, they just run right over you. Almost quite literally. If they can, they will run right over top of you. Sink your boat, kill you. Alright, off at the slurry tanker we go. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set him right here. I'm gonna see if I can't put. Haven't played this since I started playing FS19. Yeah, Farming Simulator seems to do that, doesn't it? It kind of just takes you away from a lot of other things. Now, guys, let's see if this can happen. Let's see if Jethro can pull this off. Y'all think it can happen? Oh, yeah. Now, can it happen? Are you are you guys ready for this? Yes. I didn't think I could do it, honestly. Strap it and fold it. Oh, yes. That is just awesome. So, I don't know if I'll be able to do this, but I'm gonna try. Most of the time, they won't let me. Most of the time, these guys, they just don't like to work. They just hate to work. So where I need him to go, be right here, facing straight down. Unable to reach the destination. Crazy monkey! How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing alright. I hope you've been okay. Why won't it go? Alright, I'll have to park this guy to the side, take the truck back, and then come back and get that. Cause, yeah, useless workers on here. Just peachy, brother. That's good to hear, my friend. Hey, hey, hey. Did you see that? Just cut me right off. Like, jeez. People in Elm Creek, I tell ya. No respect for a trucker. Now he's tailgating me. I mean, jeez, what more do you want him doing 80 kilometers an hour? Massive turn. Still putting stuff that shouldn't go on a trailer. Russian trucks with you on the Holland truck. Oh yeah, dude. I can put just about anything on the right trailer. You give me the few minutes to do it, I could probably do it. Traffic is recommended to be turned off for workers. Oh. Maybe that's what the issue is. I figured for as slow as what this slurry tank actually fills up, I should be able to go back to the store, drive that little tractor here. Now the question is does this fit? Oh, yes, sir. That won't be in everybody's job, though, right there. I can tell you that much now. Fill it up with slurry. I see that workers can cross railroad tracks, too. Yeah, I don't know if they can actually cross them yet or not, but I'm going to start this truck and drive it back there, shut workers off, and I'm going to see if he'll come back. We'll put that to the test there, Bruce. We'll see if maybe that's the issue I'm having. I'll send this truck back with that, what's going to be the milk tanker. Crazy. Hey, Bruce, quick question. You streaming on PlayStation or PC? If I remember correctly, Bruce might have to correct me on this, but I think he said he plays on his PlayStation through his PC. I did it this morning. Been streaming through the PC with the PS4. Oh, yes. See, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. You did it this morning. You mean oh crap. Uh, you hired a worker this morning? Backwoods. Our friend Brian must be remote play. Yeah, apparently you can do that like through tablets and cell phones and stuff too, if it's the right ones. Um, our friend Brian must be taking a nap or resting. Uh, hopefully feeling, working it, feeling better. Get better soon, Brian. And but yeah, for your crash counter, I think that was number 4. Might be number 5, or even number 6. I don't keep track. Yeah, and they crossed the tracks. Yeah, well, they definitely could have maybe fixed that issue. I know it was an issue before. I was having a hard time getting them to cross tracks. Whoop. I'm gonna pull him right out to the same position, give or take. Excuse me. And I will now turn off traffic. Maybe. Oh, there it is. Turned off traffic. Workers. We got the truck. We want the truck to go just about here. Oh, well, look at that, Bruce. You might be right. You definitely seem to be right. Yep, just need the app installed, linked PS4, PS5 for some reason. Streamlabs OSB won't capture my FS222 gameplay. That's weird, monkey. I wonder if I can get the cultivators to hook up to one another. No, I ain't even gonna bother. I'll come back and get it. I don't know if this little tractor, she don't, it's a lot of weight for this little tractor. It's a big cultivator. It's a tiny trailer. This is only a 300. Is this my 300? No, this is, yeah, this is a 360. Which model is this? Yeah, 314 Vario. So, hola, we're English. I don't want to be discriminatory or nothing, but, I can't speak Spanish, so. Thank you for stopping by. But I, speak English. Oh, I was sending the wife some videos of earlier today, and I almost smoked that. Oh, where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Back up, 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 back up. We want to go in here. You're from Argentina. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Uh, I'll check that out tomorrow when I get home. You on the road, monkey? Put this cultivator away. Um, in my opinion, from when I researched the OSB elements, the system was better. Bruce's Gaming, fast on the smash again. He couldn't quite make it home today, no big deal though, only 2 hours away. Oh, that's not so bad though. Yeah, at least you're not so bad. You get logbook or weather? Um, for some reason, BRB. No worries, Bruce, no worries. Logbook. That sucks, man. I don't know if I need to take that trailer back with me. I can just go back and get that cultivator. It'll pull the cultivator. I'm gonna take the trailer back to the depot. Down to the trailer depot. From the looks of it, I can send workers now. I'll have to leave traffic off. If I missed the last 5 minutes, so it's because Wi-Fi went out. That sucks backwards, no worries. Um, so Bruce was right. Um, Bruce was right, and that I know what I want to say. The words are in there. They're supposed to come out. They're not coming out. You know, everybody knows how that works. Um, Bruce was right, and now stop that. Stop that. Um, Bruce was right, and that the traffic off helped with the workers quite extensively. If you're wondering what I'm doing this on purpose. I don't like to back up those stupid ring turntable trailers, so you just make roads that you don't have to turn them around. Right? Doesn't that just make sense, everybody? Doesn't that just make sense? And you build it, oh, something like this. Stop that. Man, the camera's angles go so crazy sometimes in landscape mode. It's so nuts. Okay, so we built it like this. Nobody can back a dolly wagon. Oh, that's not true, crazy. That's not true. I didn't say I couldn't. I can back it right around and around and tie it in a knot. I can back it up just like that. And actually, I I have beef cows here. Just get going a little too excited. I'm not doing this every time. That's why I built the road. But it can be done. It can be done. I don't know what's all stuck, but something that's stuck on my fuel tank. Come on out of there. It's not quite where I wanted you. This is a little more like what I wanted. The secret is hooking from the front of a tractor to make it easier steering. That is right. And another thing to remember is that, like, normally we've already wired our brains. Michael Vanellafana? Hey, from North Texas. Sorry if I butchered your last name. I'm just going to call you Michael. Um, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much. Laughing my ass. I never told Jethro you can't do that. You'll look like an idiot every time. Speaking from experience, of course. Hey, no, that's not true. Backwards, I didn't make you feel like an idiot that many times. A couple, but not a lot, and usually never on purpose. Hey, Julia, thanks for joining in on the stream. But yeah, no. One thing with us, crazy, we've wired our brains into backing up a trailer so that if we want our rear end of our trailer to go one way, we turn the other way. That's just the way it works. If you want to go left, you turn right. You want to turn right, you turn left. But when you're running one like that, you actually have to turn right to turn left, or turn left to turn left, and turn right to turn right, and it's very confusing to a brain that has trained itself to back up a normal trailer. A couple per session, sure. uh, Crazy Monkey, yes, Julia. Julia and Monkey haven't talked in a while, I see. But yeah, that's about where I want to park that dolly trailer. Then I can actually still drive around here, even with the wagon, the lime wagon there. Um, doing good, Julia. Doing good. I can't even say my last name. That's hilarious, Michael. Thanks for joining into the stream, everybody. Uh, if y'all enjoying it, I hope y'all remember to hit that like button. And we are gonna go take a look over here at the slurry yard, check on the transport truck, see if it's full. If it's full, I'm gonna take it over to the field at 71 for the slurry spreader. Still gotta get these fields rolled. Still gotta get 70 planted, 51 finished, 42 finished. I'm in over my head, guys and girls. Miss Julia. In over my head. I don't want to leave this tractor parked here. Uh, how's the weather where I am? Well, tonight it's supposed to snow and it is about 30 below 0 Celsius. So it is chilly. It is very chilly here, but absolutely great. I love it. This Markham Arts hashtag 2021 fine. I think that's a bot, but I don't know. Um, Julia, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. Um, I'm not gonna lie, it feels good to be back streaming. Honestly, it really does. Julia got some really good news today, Backwoods, so doing great. Hey, that's great to hear, Julia. Good news is always great. I'm gonna pull this truck over here. This is our new milk tank truck. Milk tanker. I'm gonna jump over the fence to the slurry yard. Oh, uh, going to bed now. Push 650 miles today, and I'm beat like a redheaded stepchild. My God, monkey. You have yourself a good rest, my friend, and stay safe. Where am I from, Michael? I am from New Brunswick, Canada. Canada, so Atlantic Canada. Your mom's cancer marks are way down. That's absolutely amazing to hear, Julia. That's absolutely amazing news. Congratulations. Tell her congratulations. That's great to hear. And I can't say it on stream, but everybody knows the four-letter word and cancer. I can't say it on here, but it starts with an F and it ends with a K. Kind of sounds like duck. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Later, monkey. Take care. But yes, that's absolutely amazing, Julia. That's great. I wish her the best of luck, and I hope she beats it. My prayers with her. Exactly, Michael. Oh, there's another one in the counter that makes like we gotta be getting close to double digits now. Yeah, I have no special regard for cancer. It has taken far too many people on this planet. Several very close to myself. I uh I hold no good feelings towards it at all. No worries, backwoods, no worries at all. We get this down here. I wonder how far that guy made it. I didn't even check to see if he was still going. The worker might have already stopped. Well, he's still going. Or is he still going? Oh no, he's sitting still. Oh man, if that's one full tank and he only made a pass and a half, 2.5 passes, and he's empty already, I ain't gonna have enough slurry to do this. Bruce, I have a question. If you're back, you're back? I don't think Bruce is back yet. Um, I'm wondering if I can get. It's been, yeah, yeah, I bet it has been. I bet it has been. Does anyone know if I can, if I don't buy the BGA, can I still get the digestate from it to use as fertilizer? Oh, that sucks. Well, I guess I'll just have to buy the BGA, turn a bunch of my silage into digestate too. I'm gonna have 1.7 million liters of silage here ready in no time. I could literally just start trucking some of that. Throw down a couple of. I really didn't want to throw down any more government signs, but it almost sounds like I'm gonna have to. Um, didn't really want to. I wanted to grind and work up, but that doesn't look like it's gonna be. I don't have the buy anything silo mod turned on, unfortunately, Julia. There's one time I had a multiplayer friend coming in, and that was when that mod had been removed from the mod hub for just a couple of days, and I never turned it back on. Not sure why. I think because if I'd have turned it back on, I probably wouldn't have forced myself to do the field work of collecting the silage and all that stuff. I probably would have just cheapskated my way into getting it. I'd have just bought it from the silo. I'm gonna start a worker on this too, because if I don't, I'm just not gonna get it done. I'm gonna move that transport truck down here up. Can you purchase it from the animal dealer? I can't. If you find if that's a thing in 22, if you can purchase it from the animal dealer, I don't know. Um, buying, selling. So if we go down to the slurry, now it only has buying. Same as manure. But I still got 50,000 liters of slurry. And if I just hold off maybe a day or two, oh, I'll have enough manure and slurry again in the pits, because I changed my manure pit, and you wouldn't have seen that yet, Julia. Uh, but cool backwoods. I put a manure pit up here in the front, and I think it's close enough to actually catch both barns. So I put some straw in the Holstein barn as well. Man, his tank is empty again. Blocked by an object and tank is empty. Oh, he's blocked by an object. That's probably a good thing, because he ain't gonna make it past them barns anyways. Ooh. Man, this guy's tank's empty again already. He only made like a pass and a half, 2 passes. This is what 2 tanks has gotten him done, and he's got to do all that. I ain't gonna have enough slurry. I ain't even gonna have close to enough slurry. I'm gonna end up having to buy fertilizer and do fertilizer again. That's unfortunate. Could just use this slurry and digestate and whatever else it is there that I'll need in that production factory and make my own fertilizer. I could get rid of the big sprayer and just have a pull behind spreader. Because I take it that when you put in the manure, everything in it to make fertilizer in that production chain, it comes out as dry pellets, or does it come out as a liquid? I don't know. I've never used it, so. How much sunlight am I getting in Canada? Well, sun comes up. Right now, I think sun's coming up around 7 a.m. And it's going down around 5 o'clock. So it's, we're getting 10 hours or so. That is about. Reported. So yeah, we get about 10 hours a day. That will increase to, Lord, I don't know, 20 hours a day, almost, it feels like. My South Canada. Yeah, I'm down on the southern side. I'm in. I literally run border with Maine, with the state of Maine. I am right next to Fort Fairfield, Maine, is where I'm near. Holton's about an hour south of me. Pretty close to Presque Isles, not far either. He is in a beautiful part of the country. Yes, I am, that is for sure. It is a beautiful part of the country. The Great Maine Woods is awesome. It's 10:07 for you. It's mid 12. It's 12:07 for me. I'm about 2 hours ahead of you, Michael. Oh, I went in the wrong road. I went in the wrong road. Oops, I forgot where I was going. I'm not going to the barn. Not going to the cow barns. Not yet, anyways. Completed their task, so that would be that guy over there. He's done. At least I get that field rolled. Come on now. Way too excited here. Just slow down a bit. Oh. That definitely makes double digits. You're in Tomorrowland. Yeah, by 8 minutes. There's definitely double digits again. Why did I, like, how? How? Yeah, I unfortunately can't tell you the future. I'd love to know it, but unfortunately I can't tell you the future. See how this works here? I can't even get it to get me a good landscape over here, as it keeps hitting the edge of the map and just won't let it happen. I can't get it to paint. And I've tried everything. It's driving me nuts. Um, there we go. I'm gonna have to drive this right back because he's gonna be out again by the time I get back there. Now I'm not gonna be able to do this again until probably next spring. I won't use any of my own fertilizer or slurry or nothing. I'm just gonna let it stockpile till I'm at least next June. Let it go at least a year. I'll just buy fertilizer for now, or try and make my own maybe with the fertilizer and slurry. I might just throw down the government subsidy sign, buy that BGA, because once you get digestate, sell the manure and the slurry both to the BGA, make money, get the digestate, use that. But like he's already out. Unreal. I think I have this one set to 3 months. 3 days is backwards. 3 days. I'm spinning. What is there to do in Canada during summertime? Oh, I'm set to 10. Oh, uh, all kinds of stuff. Hunting, well, depending on your license, hunting, fishing, canoeing, camping, mountain biking, climbing, rock climbing, mountain climbing. All kinds of crap to do. Just about anything you can think of, really. Cut a lot of firewood in the winter time, or in the summertime. Get ready for the winter. Uh, like this summer, I got plans to go with the wife and a friend of ours, the kids and all that, and go. We're going to go find um, the majority of the waterfalls that are in our province, and I'm going to collect some rocks from each one. And those rocks I will bring home and polish in my rock polisher, and I will have them. They will be my rocks from each waterfall there is in the province. It's going to be one of our goals this summer. You don't have a passport? You're in the US? Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a passport either. So this is where the milk tanker is going to go now. This milk tanker. There. Now, on our way out, we're going to check that manure pile and see just how fast it seems to be going up. Hey, look at that. It's 1400 already, so yeah, she's definitely going up quick. That is good to know. I'm going to take this truck and park it in one of those sheds down there. Take this little tractor and go back. That guy is empty, so I'm going to go fill him up again. And then that's going to pretty well be it. Once that guy runs out of slurry, I'm going to end up having to get a thing full of fertilizer. And you are in my doorway. Yeah, I always thought it'd be cool one day to make a trip down to Texas. I'd like to go to Texas someday. There's some pretty cool stuff down there I'd like to go do. There's a few parts in the States I wouldn't mind making it do to do a few different things, but who knows? Yeah, I guess we're stuck in our own countries, huh? I've been over to the States a few times, and in all honesty, everything in Maine looks exactly like everything in New Brunswick, so to be over there don't make no difference to me right here, but I'd like to make eventually get some plans made up and go down. I'd like to go down to Georgia, Louisiana, Texas. I'd like to make it over a few of the other states too, like Montana, Wyoming. Yeah, could always go backwoods to turn wrenches for a week or two. You're a lot closer anyways. Julia's a 5-minute walk from Texas. Dude, I'd have a heat stroke in about 6 minutes, even if I drank water. Texas is way. I'd love to go down to those places, but honestly, they're probably way too hot for me. They'd probably kill me. I like it being nice and chilly, and a lot of those places aren't that. A nice cool 50 degrees, 40 degrees is even better. And then I mean I'm definitely a fan of below 32, that's for sure. I'm talking in your guys' temperatures, Fahrenheit, 32 between 38 and 25 or so, that's about where I like it. Just visit in the winter, just through nice and mild weather here in the south. It can get to 97 to 110. Yeah, well, I mean, here in the summertime, I can't say much because here in the summertime, I've seen it get to 116 here. That was the hottest I've ever seen, and I thought I was dying. But on average, we get 90. We get not hit 90 degrees here, average in the summer. Like it gets hot here in the summer. It gets just as hot here as in the summer as it does cold here in the wintertime. Like I've literally seen in the same year my 40 degrees Celsius on both sides of the thermostat. I have seen minus 40 and I have seen plus 40 in the same year. So like the January it'll be minus 40 and in June and August, July, August it'll be plus 40. You back, Jaden? Your internet's good now? That's awesome. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, I'd have to definitely visit in the South Time. I got a buddy of mine. He lives in Georgia, and we talk quite a bit. He's always bugging me, and he's always razzing me about it because he says I'd die down there in their temperatures. And he's really not all too wrong. They would definitely take a toll on me. Alright, so we're gonna roll these last two fields. That guy was out of slurry and I didn't go fill him back up. He didn't even get to finish that field. He won't get to finish that field. Having some frame rate issues. I see that fence is jumping hard. It's the humidity that's hard to deal with in the summer. It makes it feel like you're drowning. Yeah, see, I got no interest in that. I'm a very cold climate creature. I got no interest in any of that. Only time I miss living in Idaho. Now, you see, Idaho, I could probably deal with Idaho because that seems like it's a little more around. Maybe not as harsh as winters as what I get here, but I think a lot of Idaho has probably got about the same correct temperature I am in search of. I'm gonna hit the fence. I hit the fence. Robot. There you go, backwoods. You're getting them now. The thing I don't like about the summer is when you open the door to the house in the hot air. It's you. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that either. I hate that. Walk outside takes your breath away because it's so hot. But then again, I also live in a place where you open the door and it takes your breath away because it's so cold. Like, you walk outside right now, you got about 4 minutes and maybe 6, and you got some frostbite issues happening. Like, she's cold here today. My state has 254 counties, 7 islands, and about 1,200 cities. And it's been -2 here in Illinois for a week. You see, -2, I like that. That's good temperature. I like -2. Even though it's Fahrenheit, I still like -2. Anything in the negatives is not bad at all. Uh, Personally, I like it cold. Um, I don't know that much right off the hop data about my province, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a wild stab at. I think we got like 14 counties or something like that. Our counties are actually very large. Um, we've probably got way more islands than that for sure, right? We got a couple of river systems that's got more islands than that. We got one place that's called 100 Islands in the one river, and it's literally like 100 little tiny islands all through the river. Um, what was it? You said 1,200 cities? No, I don't. We definitely don't have 1,200 cities. But I got here in New Brunswick, got Bathurst, Miramichi, Moncton, Fredericton, St. John. So like 7, 8. So there's like Edmonton and Woodstock after that. But yeah, we got like 8. Really not that many. Big province. Well, not even a big province. We're one of the smaller provinces, so not even a big province. Yeah, Texas is ridiculously big. Can always make it hotter in the house. Tough to keep it cool. I'd rather winter temps with no snow. Nice, you gotta have snow. You gotta have snow. Texas is huge. Takes 12 to 14 hours to cross from one side to the other. Yeah, that's like our Ontario. Ontario is ridiculously big. You can't travel on like I think it's 18 hours to get across Ontario. Is your province all of BC, or is BC more the size of the U.S.? Um, no, BC is a select province. Like BC is like a state. Um, it's British Columbia, and it is. No, it would be more like I don't know what size state it would be like. It wouldn't be big for sure. Half the size of California, maybe. Like it's over in that same slice. Uh, what? When I have to get up at 6 a.m. to feed my collie puppies, I gotta water on my hand. When it was -3, my hand froze. Oh yeah, yeah. That's nothing. That's You'll get over that easy enough. I grew up. There was a rule my grandfather had. My grandfather always cut his firewood the day after Christmas. That's when we started Boxing Day. We started cutting firewood for the next winter. So we would be out cutting snow on Boxing Day, well, no matter what weather it was. And I've seen me out there at like 8, 9 years old, and it be -20 some degrees and have like 4 feet of snow, and I'm out there cutting trees, cutting branches and limbing and cutting brush and piling wood, splitting wood. That all started at like the age of 6, 7 years old. I've been out in it ever since. Ain't stopped me now. It still don't stop me. -30, -40, and I head outside, go play in the snow. Wife tells me I'm totally off my rockers. We have made lakes. We have man-made lakes. We make our lakes over here in Texas. Yeah, they did that in BC. Found out that was a terrible idea. Try wrenching on a snowblower outside in a customer yard in temps, Jaden. Try and feel your hands is a luxury there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Texas only has one natural lake. I live about through 2/3 of an hour from it. All the rest are man-made. Yeah, we got I'm pretty sure it's Canada. It's either Canada or Russia, one of the two. But we got like the highest concentration of lakes in the world. We get millions of lakes. But in BC, uh, which is a specific province, uh, it they made a man-made lake 20, 30, 40 years ago, 40, 50 years ago, something like that, 60s, I think. I had to pull a lamb one, and that stuff freezes on your hands. Yeah, that stuff's awful. That's awful. I hate getting birthing on you. In the cold temps, that stuff does not come off easy. Um, in BC though, they had a man-made lake. They made it back in like the 60s, something like that, and they just had these massive landslides and floods and torrential rains and like all kinds of crazy stuff happen this summer, and they the man-made lake actually they diverted a river. It was a Fraser called the Fraser River, and they diverted the river and drained the lake. Made it, or that's what they did. They didn't make their own lake. They drained the lake, and they drained the lake and built a town in it, and diverted the river around the town. And come to find out, that was a terribly bad idea because when the pumping station went down a couple of months ago, the whole town flooded. It had like 11 feet of water in the streets. Yeah, you guys got to make your own lakes so you have drinking water. You guys don't have much for wells down there either, eh? You got not much for a groundwater table. It's one thing, the further south you go, eh, the drier it gets. Oh, what am I doing here? There we go. No, I don't got it. No, I don't got it. That must have been. He's saying it must have been awful having to pull a lamb, get the birthing on you. This stuff's nasty. It's no fun having on you. I know that for sure. Now I'm gonna follow that guy with this because there should still be a half a load in it. 14,000 liters, maybe 13, 13.5. You know, we have a natural bay with a full of salt water. We can't use them. Yeah. Jethro, you knew I switched from working on cars to working on smaller engine. Yeah, you told me that backwards. Yeah, you did tell me that. What part of Texas are you from? What part of Texas are you from, Julia? I don't think she's from I don't think she's in Texas. I think she said she's just outside of Texas. And I suppose now I might as well just buy. I might as well buy a couple of these top liquid fertilizer pellets. Excuse me. She lives on the border of Texas and Arkansas. Yeah, when I washed my hands it went hard and gooey. Yeah, clogged your sink. The house is from San Antonio area. Did I also tell you I recently become an original? No, you didn't. That's cool. That's awesome. Alright, so I did that there. Uh, jumping. Oh, gotta close the gates. Don't want nobody drowning in the poop tank. See, he's empty again already. Good lord. No wonder nobody uses slurry for manure or for fertilizer. Yeah, the biggest body of water I see is Galveston Bay, but it's salt water. Our farm's mainly John Deere. Yeah, I've been fighting with him for months on it and finally worked out. I had a lot of humps to do to making a name for myself. That's cool, Backwoods. That's awesome. That's fantastic news. And these guys, they just quit. As soon as they're just like, nope, we're done. And they run. I helped our poodle birth her first litter of puppies last year, and that was not a pretty sight. Can't imagine pulling lambs or calves. No, can't. Lambs are bad, but calves are worse. There's a whole lot more with calves. And horses are even worse than that. And I've partaken in the birthing of, let's see, too many cats to count, too many dogs to count. A good enough number of sheep I don't remember. I've probably only helped to birth about 25 cows and one horse. But my god, the horse was the worst. Your dad has to pull the calves, you're only 11. Yeah, you gotta be rugged to pull a calf out. That don't happen over nothing. Even pulling a sheep ain't the easiest. Even pulling a little lamb ain't the easiest, but yeah, hooking onto a calf, you definitely wanna have some size and strength on you for that. I've seen a couple of goats too. I've been around a couple of goats giving birth too. They're pretty good though. Goats aren't too bad for the most part. They let out a few squawks and some bleeps and all of a sudden they kick and squirt and jump and that's it. It's out. They're not too bad. They don't usually need too much for help. Oh, don't drive that way. I honestly liked pulling calves. Yeah, pulling calves, I mean, it's not the worst. I mean, it's not the worst I've ever put myself through, but it is messy for sure. It is messy for sure, for sure, for sure. You see 4 feet of snow? Oh god, yeah, I see 4 feet of snow right now outside my window. There's probably about 4.5 feet fell this year so far, if not more. Average, we get 8 feet, 6 to 8 feet. This right here, guys and girls, is why I usually bring the trucks in through that straight yard, and I didn't this time. And I should have, 'cause that one's a tight turn, but I gotta close that gate. I will be getting released from the. It's one of the. I'll be getting released from the hospital tomorrow if my temperature keeps on dropping the way it is. I get to be 24 hours fever free before they release me. Well, that's good news, Brian. At least you'll be going. You might be going home tomorrow. I hope you do, man. I hope you speedy recovery, my buddy. It's pretty easy to pull a lamb. You just have to watch so you don't break their legs. Yeah. That's good, Brian. Praying for you, buddy. The pups were a nightmare. She only had 7, and that allowed them to grow bigger than she really could handle. Oh yeah, Julia. It's one of the worst things with dogs and cats. Our cat had the same thing. She's had 2 litters. Both of her litters, they were only like one. She had 3, and the other one she only had 2. And I mean, these kittens grew to be massive because of that. And yeah, it was the same issue. I seen 6 inches of snow and it shut everything down and turned off all the power. Yeah, I remember that, Michael. Killed a few people. You guys aren't. You guys don't get it enough to be specially set up for it, right? Good trick to keep in mind if you can get your hands on a few cinder blocks, and a ceramic pot and a good like 24 or 32 hour candle, one of them great big thick ones. That's a great thing to keep around in your house or just around your house in case of that. Bring it inside, put it in one of your smaller rooms, and put the cinder blocks, so that they're the hard side, the solid face is facing into each other, and then put the potting soil, like clay potter on the top of that. Light the candle in between the cinder blocks and let that flame shoot up into the ceramic of the potting, and that'll help keep that room warm enough you won't freeze to death at least. I wish a lot more people had known that down there. Thanks, Backwoods. We had 7 collie puppies and 9 border collie mix. Oh, wow. They'd have been cute puppies, I bet, though. 6 inches of snow where me and Jethro isn't enough to put the truck in 4-wheel drive. Jeez, I don't even have a truck. I got an all-wheel drive Ford Escape, and I got a little Ford. Wife's got a little Ford Focus there. I mean, Christ, I take that everywhere. We get a blizzard everywhere from 7 to 12. Everywhere for 7 to 12 years. Yeah, we get a blizzard every about 7 to 12 days for 6 months of the year. Uh, but no, if you can learn a few tricks and a few hacks on how not to freeze to death, it's extremely vital information. Like if you can, the best way is to just keep some cinder blocks and some ceramic clay potters, and a good 30-hour candle, 48-hour candle. And if you can keep enough to make 2 of those, so if you could keep multiple cinder blocks, like 6 or 8, and 3 or 4 clay potting soil potters, that would be your ideal. Couple of those candles, you'd at least have a few days worth of heat where you would. It's not gonna boil water or cook food, but you ain't gonna freeze to death. Excuse me. Jethro, you heard I got a puppy recently. Actually, no, you left that one out. You should get a face camera for your setup. Well, yes, I've been told that a couple times, but I mean, honestly, this mug really isn't worth looking at. It, honestly, here, look at you. I would do this. I can show you. Look, there's Jethro. It's about as close as you're gonna get right there, I think. But that's Jethro. Almost creepily, that's Jethro.
No more worry about tornadoes because we live in Tornado Alley and we get a lot of them through December 26, 2015. That night we get 27 tornadoes. Holy crap, that's a lot. Yeah, more worried about tornadoes, that's for sure. Yeah, an English brown lab called him Bo. Nice, that's cool. Awesome. Congratulations. New member in the family. Yeah, there's not really much you can do for prepping against a tornado, though, is there, Michael? You can kiss your butt goodbye. That's about it. What was I gonna do? This. Not enough space to unload, eh? I really don't want to unload those outside. Stupid thing. Alright, here we go. The state is starting to make our houses in our schools and our buildings tornado proof or tornado resistant. So has no interest in the wife or kid though. He hangs out at the shop or goes and delivers with me without care in the world. That's awesome. Backwoods. Schools tornado resistant. That's a terrible choice of words. What they should say is that they have taken precautions to try to avoid a disaster with a tornado at your local school, but to say something is tornado resistant is just absurd. Nothing's tornado resistant. Or not a whole lot. Underground bunkers about the only thing I can think of be tornado resistant. Because anything else can be picked up and thrown by a tornado. I have school tomorrow, so I've got to go and take care of the puppy to Indiana. Oh, cool. Delivering a puppy tomorrow? That sounds like a great day. Have yourself a good night, Jaden. Thanks for joining in again. Greatly appreciate it. Have a safe day. Safe trip to Indiana. I like this sprayer, but yeah, it does use a bit. But it's a good sprayer. I'd like to get rid of it total though, but that'll never happen, I guess, until I can start getting a lot of buildup. I gotta get some herbicide over here for those fields too. Yeah, I would be safe to say yes, Jaden. Possibly not, but I would be safe to say probably yes. Things always happen. I never make promises. And this guy here. Set destination. Right there. Let's see if he pack. Look at that. He's even packing up and going home. So with the traffic off, the AI works a lot better. Thank you, Bruce. I have to join in his stream tomorrow and say thank you very much. Cause, man, is it ever laggy. When they built the second half of my school, they put a concrete wall still in some other metal.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. Levels out the pressure, same as the outside. I'm gonna try and make this a little straighter line. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go that way. And hopefully this worker won't mess himself up too much. They made it on one school and another hit it. Another tornado hit. No damage was found. Nice. Well, it makes sense. Like you said, you close it all down and then switch it over so it vents and creates the correct pressure. But at the same time, it takes one tiny mistake there to screw up and away goes the tornado. Mother Nature is not a force we were designed to fight. No matter how smart we think we are, we're still not that smart. My dad just messaged me. Apparently the battery in my old Dodge froze up last night, leaked over the inner fender. Oh, that's lovely. So that'll make for a great morning project, eh? Oh, look at that though, backwoods. Look at this, guys. Look at this. I ran out of slurry on this pass. Right there, you see the brown line. That was all that was left. Would have taken 100, around 100, 120 or 130,000 liters of slurry to fix, to do just this field, because I used almost 90,000. Texas doesn't have basements, but we do have above ground shelters, and apparently it saves lives too. Yeah, they're basically bomb shelters. Storm cellar. Now I know Texas. You don't have a building code for having a basement. You guys just have to have. Usually it's just a concrete slab, is it not? I can't imagine a house not having a basement. I know they build them here now too in places, but like in my mind that just doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. A house without a basement doesn't make any sense to me. The older buildings just sitting on wood ties, wood beams. We got plenty of buildings around here too that are pretty well built the same way, but here now the building code doesn't even call you to have a basement. A basement is just something most people like myself, I can't imagine a house not having a basement. To me it just doesn't seem right. It seems absolutely wrong to me. But to me like I need a basement. It's something that has to be in a house to me. I need somewhere to be able to go and hide from the wife and kids once in a while that isn't the garage. Somewhere to put the stove, wood stove. There, that's fertilized. Now if I check the map and I go up here and check the actual oh, fertilized state of my fields, what am I going to find? 51 is still missing a chunk. 71 is still missing just a little bit of a rainbow there. Luke Thomas, hey, thanks. Joining in. I play on PS4. Backwoods, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Why would you want a house with no cellar? Well, really, it all depends on where you, like, it really honestly depends on where you live. Uh, like him being in Texas, you don't need a cellar, honestly. You just don't. It's not, oh, I think I know what happened here. This is 50, but if I go over top of right over here, that's 100. I'm gonna screw my whole thing up here. Julia, our house was built in 1910 and is pier and beam. You have a 3 foot clearance under it. Yeah. That's a lot of old houses here like that. They just got a crawl space for maybe 5 feet. How do you play that zoomed out? I play FS22 and I can't play that zoomed out. Uh, Not really sure how to answer that. I just do it. I'm gonna have some messed up spots in my field where my fertilization's gonna be off. I'm gonna plant that before and then try to fertilize it all again. I'm gonna go to field 51 and finish off that last little bit. If we have basement, it's an indoor swimming pool. Water table is high. Okay. I used to work for a company. We took care of problems like that. Put in a sub pump, pump it all out, plumb it so that it's constantly pumped. Well, not constantly, but like it'll pump out something like 250 gallons a minute. So there was definitely no chance for it to build up. Yeah, Luke, not real sure. I just I zoom her way out. I like zooming it way out when I'm doing stuff like spraying or anything like that. Now, is that just not gonna? Oh, oh. So it did nothing there. Uh-huh. Okay. Good enough. Michael, Julia, with all that heat, the water will be gone. Digging wells here, you hit water at 5 feet. Wow. Yeah, that's definitely a low water table or a high water table for sure. Sub pumps are pretty common here too because of the spring thaw. Yeah, well, that's a lot what ours was too. Sub pumps we for spring thaw, but in a lot of places it's the same as like Julia says. There's such high groundwater that what it's called is bare. It's hydrostatic pressure is what it's called. So when people like here say you got like Julia says she only got 5 feet down in a well, well, or people in the area only get down to about 5 feet into a well, and they've got water. Well, what happens if you dig a 6 foot basement, then you've got 1 foot of water that that entire house is sitting on. So the basement floor is pushing pressure into the ground, pushing pressure into that water. Well, what happens is water finds the path of least resistance and will flow through any crack or hole or crevice that it can find and comes up through your floor. In turns, it makes your floors, it turns your basement into a swimming pool. The more barometric pressure, or more hydrostatic pressure you have, the greater amount of water you will get in your basement. So the higher the water table with the added depth of a basement adds into a total mess for a good part of the year. Oop, I didn't want to do that. I'm gonna leave. No, I'm not. I can't leave the fertilizer in here because it won't unload. I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that. Might as well grab that other pallet then. And I'm gonna move them. Move those over here, and then I'm gonna have to come back and pick all that up because. But right now, herbicide. What is that? Why did that let out that little bit? Oh, that's a terrible idea. Jethro, how do you know so much about random information? I swear everything I ever asked you, you had the answer off the top of your head. Don't know, dude. I retain useless information like you would believe. And the only reason I really know so much about the hydrostatic pressure and stuff like that is because, like I said, I worked a job. That's what we did. We repaired those types of damages. We repaired those types of problems. So, 90% of the stuff that I do know is actually just work related because I've had so many freaking jobs because I just don't care. I'll do anything and I like working and I like having different jobs, I like learning different stuff. So I try to. My grandfather always told me, he said, the only man ever thinks he knows everything is a fool. And I live up to that by willingly searching out and looking for as much knowledge, whether it be useful or unuseful, as possible. I just want to know as much as I can possibly know every day. Gotta learn something every day. If you don't learn something new every day, it really wasn't a good day, was it? I try to learn a new fact of something every day. Hey, Firebird. Hey, what are we doing? New supporter here. Hey, thanks. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Right now, we're gonna go spread some, or well, spray some herbicide on a small oat field and two small potato fields. And I'm also going to get a worker planting some canola in field 70 here. Uh, we're also, after that, we'll have a worker set the roller. And by then, I'm guessing it will be time to do the chores. Sometimes we ran rap tornadoes at nighttime, and that's what scares me. Hey Firebird, welcome to the channel. If you like what you see, make sure you thank you very much, Backwoods. Greatly appreciate that. I'm headed out. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for joining in, Julia. Great. It was great seeing you. And check in again soon. We'll be back up live again on the channel. Thanks for the support. Greatly appreciate. Glad to be back and chatting with you again. Take care of them cute little puppies. Oh, that's right. I already planted here just a little bit, didn't I? Now it's gonna look funny, yeah, because I planted that other piece. Dang it. Alright, I'm gonna hire that worker, let him going. I don't like it when I got it and it looks funny. That little square is gonna stay different, but oh well. Oh well, the rest of it'll go away on the next tillage. Firebird. Thank you very much. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. With 8 feet of snow, can you jump off your second story window on the second floor? Oh god, yeah. I can jump off the roof if I want to. Right now we're pretty lucky right now. It's still pretty soft snow. I think the best jump I've ever done. I mean, and I'm talking my younger days here. I'm not talking this week, that's for sure. Um, Younger days, oh yeah, I'd see us jump off like 12, 15 feet, jump into the snow. I'm gonna go to this end of the field to start spraying. You won't be disappointed. Thanks, Backwoods. Right now we're on my custom dairy farm and beef uh, operation on Elm Creek. I uh, I decided to build a dairy farm and a beef farm on the lower corner side, lower right hand corner side of the map. And in a minute, if you just let me finish this field, I will take everyone on a nice little aerial tour. Backwoods is probably getting tired of seeing this. Um, and possibly well, actually, I don't think Michael's seen too much of it yet either. I was gonna say maybe Julie is getting sick of seeing it too, but she just went away. How do you get comfortable with jumping off a roof that's so high with snow? You just don't think about it. It's a whole lot easier when you just don't think about it. Just jump. Me, I have a harder time jumping into water than I do jumping into the snow. I don't swim so good, but I can take a heck of an impact, so I'd much rather jump into the snow than jump into water. Did you uh, did you set up in field 70? That's where I put my barns. No, I actually the only field that I have I will say confiscated uh or otherwise ruined to use as land is field 74. Field 70 I am using as an actual field right now. That's the one that these boys are working on right here, planting with canola. That's field 70 right here. And I got Buddy planting canola in there right now. Um, or have somebody push you with snow. Yes, that works too very well, Michael. Or have somebody just throw you, which my little brother has had happen a lot. Just so you know, Jethro, just jump, don't think about it is very bad advice. Not really. When you really think about it, I mean, it's not bad advice. It's good advice. You just don't think. Just do it, like Nike says. Uh, so yeah, anybody that's new in here for a moment right now, we'll just take you around. And I built my house here across from Field 71, the big grass field on Elm Creek. I put my house and a little shed with my fuel trailer and a little water trailer, greenhouse. I put that all here. And I also put a little wind turbine, some flower beds, some light posts, dog house. Dog's name's Rusty. He's a good mutt. He doesn't stay put though. He runs all over the place. Um, so yeah, there's the house yard. And then we come down along this way here, and you'll see the dairy lights off to the right in the top hand corner there. They're in the middle there now, and the white picket fence, that's the dairy. We have what is it, 60 and 60, it's 130 head, so 65 and 65. So we got 130 head of dairy cow. We had 65 brown Swiss, and we got 65 Holstein. Um, we're running slurry and manure out of both barns. We got milk tanks and silage pit, bale shed. There's lots of bales in there, hay and silage bales. It's also got the me fixing the mixer wagon and tractor in there. Uh, this is all custom built. What was here with a slurry pit yard as well. What was here when I started was nothing. There was just a grass field at about the darker green level here, just below this tree. Where this tree's sitting on top, that's where the ground level would have been. So I raised it up to here and flattened it all out and built all of that. None of this was here. It's just grass. I put it all in. Took about 11 hours, real time, painting all the roads, placing all the trees, doing all that. And then doing the slurry yard down here, fencing and all that. I put these two sheds in. That's the stone picking shed. This is the silage chopper and transport shed. Over here I have the multi-production facility with and lime crusher, fuel depot, transport trailer depot. This is a bale shed for the beef cows, which also live here. This is the beef yard. This was field 74. The only field I've actually destroyed to make better. Now has a very nice. We have 24 beef cattle, 12 Black Angus, 12 Limousine. And then this third pen over here is going to be a mix of both of these two pens. Once they hit 15 cows each, I'll move them over. Out here on the main road, I placed a nice little willow tree with a lamppost so I can tell people which road it is to get in and out of the beef farm and transport trucks. Because the trailers are in there. And then this is the equipment depot where the combine and the slurry spreader, lime spreader, manure spreader all go, and tractors get parked, the rollers in there, big subsoilers in there. Cultivators are both parked out behind the one shed. There's a auger wagon combine in there, big fat combine. We'll have two cultivators back there, and that's a grain header, two plows. Behind that is a fertilizer, herbicide sprayer shed back off the side you just seen me at a few minutes ago. And then this shed here's got all the hay equipment, mowers, balers, windrowers, steaders. So yeah. You got 11 feet of roof and straight concrete at the bottom. Well, then I would suggest you don't just jump. Probably not jump would be a good suggestion there, maybe. Now we're gonna spray herbicide on the rest of this potato field here. And then we're all gonna go down to the oat field that's at the end and spray that. Are the header trailers better than they were on 19? Been hesitant to use them. Oh god, yeah, they're almost auto load. Honestly, you like get up beside it and then just unhook it and it'll like flop onto the header trailer and then it's attached to the header trailer. You don't have to actually attach it and unattach it with a command like X, but it is actually on there, like it won't come flying off. You'll see it when it like plops on there and then it won't come off. When done correctly, it will not come off. If you do it incorrectly, then yes, it's still going to come off. Firebird, very nice farm. That's a pretty fancy setup. When did you start this farm? How many feet of snow? How many feet of snow when, Michael?
Report and Firebird, thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. And I have, I think, about 67 hours into this map right now. I think. Um, I started it about a month ago. How many feet right now? We got about 4 feet. Our snowbanks are up. Snowbanks are getting up to about 12 feet now. So we probably got about 4.5 feet on the ground. Makes for beautiful snowshoeing weather. It's great. What I can't wait for though is the snowmobiling. Snowmobiling weather to be here and actually get a snowmobile. Haven't got one again this year, but I'm gonna try and bug my little brother into using his a couple times. He's got a nice Can-Am Summit, Alpine Summit 800. It's a nice sled. But yeah, Firebird. I got about 60, 65, 67 hours, somewhere in there. I am, anything under 45 degrees is too cold for Texas. uh, see, I'm about the opposite. Anything that's above 45 degrees is too warm for Jethro. Jethro likes it when it's, excuse me. My ideal temperature is be about 35, 36 for you guys. That'd be about my ideal temperature. It's still a little bit warm, but you could go around with a t-shirt for no problem. I almost said hello to you, Anna Williams. You bought. Firebird, what's your favorite way of making money? Honestly, my favorite way of making money is either anything to do with animals, any animal husbandry practices on here. I like animals. Um, and slurries or silage has always been a good way to go. Um, Cutting wood is a good way to make money too. I like doing that. This farm, I will not lie, has been heavily government subsidied, which really isn't a normal thing for me. That's not normally something I do. Um, but I did for this one, just because I didn't know what I was doing when I started it. I do have, like, how many inches per hour are you getting? Oh God, no, no, I can't figure that out. That depends on the storm. Each storm's a little different. One storm, it might only snow, you know, a couple of centimeters an hour, like maybe a quarter inch an hour, and then some storms are dumping 7, 8 inches an hour. I've seen both. It's typical. Typically, it's you know half an inch to an inch an hour on average, I would say, in a storm. But storms can last anywhere from a 2 hour
nothing to a 4-day blizzard. I've seen both. I've seen a snowstorm that in 6 hours it dumps, 12 inches, 12, 13 inches in 6 hours. And I've seen storms that snow for 3 days and only leave about 2 inches. A lot of it factors down to being the snow. If it's a heavy snow, wet snow, dry, fluffy snow. There's different types. Oh, I'm gonna hit the building. Empty that. I have to go here. Front loader tools. Sell that. Firebird. I really like selling wood, strawberries, honey, and I stick up until there and stock up until there and hire men. Okay, okay. Oh, that's one thing I did notice today. There was a new mod that dropped. I posted in the group, in my group. Um, the honey pallets now have a bigger spawn area. They can spawn, I think it's 3 or 4 pallets at a time now. So that's pretty epic. That'll probably make me change and do some more honey. As it was one of my biggest problems was only having one pallet coming out at a time was really slow. Alright, so now I'm gonna have to bring over my one little vent. Can't wait for some new console mods. Apparently, what I can't wait for, apparently there is a construction map in testing for console. What exactly it's going to bring us, I'm not sure. But when that drops, I'm telling you right now, I will have a new map to be on, and we will see just exactly what the construction map brings for console players. You don't know what God is saving from by closing a door you want to open. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good thought on it there, Michael. Might as well repair it now. It only cost me 20 bucks instead of thousands another time I use it. Back this in here, close the doors down. I gotta go get that other cultivator. I have another cultivator at the store I still have to go get. You. Yes, go to the store, yeah. I'm 19 and still in school. Yeah, that's fine. I was 19. Actually, I was 19 before I finished high school, so no shame in that. As long as you finish. That's the important part. Firebird Gooseneck has been one of my favorite mods so far. I think I downloaded the Gooseneck, but I don't remember to tell you the God's honest truth. I can't even pretend to say that I know for sure whether or not I downloaded it. I'm gonna jump. Nobody hate me for this. I don't like jumping. Normally I don't jump. There's my pickup truck. I'll take that. We'll go for a drive. We'll go for a little drive. I wonder how much my manure has gone up yet.
Still being selective for mods? Oh yes, I'm still being extremely selective for mods. And backwoods, I think it worked, my buddy. I jumped up to 2,165 liters of manure in this pen now, so I think it's working. I think I'm collecting from both barns. Michael, 11:24 p.m. for me. Oh, that means it's 1:30 in the morning for me. Yes, it is. What do you need to make a custom power cow panner? Can you? You can and you can't. You get to pick from for like a cow shed. There's these 4 cow sheds, so you just get a plain Jane pasture. Excuse me. I'll show you what they look like right here, actually. So like you get a pasture like this. It's just a plain Jane. You got to put water. You will get milk if you put a dairy breed in it. So you got to put water, grass, straw, and total mixed rations. It will not take silage. Um, and you have to put water, and you can get milk. I made mine look like these by placing in some trees and a light post and some grass. This is what I made that normal looking beef pasture. That normal looking pasture looks like this now. Michael, I'm in what's called the Atlantic time zone. And Firebird, yeah, no, you can't with your own fencing, but what you can do is like I did add my own fencing here. So like they are in my fence, but not really. What you could do is like place that fencing down, the pasture down, and then like as closely as you can place a different type of fencing around it so that it looks like it is. Could be about the best you could really do for yourself. But in all honesty, you can make them look pretty good. And like those cow barns that are up there right now that you see that were up behind me are these middle ones that are just called the large cow barn. Um, I can't really zoom out enough, but like that's what they look like. They just got a pasture and they're just a shed. And then they have one that has a mixing feeding robot with it. So you add the things and it feeds on its own. That's what that little build out hut is. It's got a little feeder robot. You got to put in straw, hay, and silage, and then mineral feed, and it will make a robot feed every hour for you. And then there's also this small cow barn, which is just a small version. It holds 45 cows. The other ones hold 80, and then the little cow pasture only holds 15. But with a little bit of time and effort, like you can, you seen just a minute ago, you can make a very nice looking yard with a little bit of time, a little bit of patience. Oh, and that reminds me. And this is what I did that for. That reminds me again. Now that I'm reminding myself to remind myself of a few other different things. So, landscaping, painting. We are going to go with dirt. And the dirt is going to go up the hill. No, the dirt's going to go up the hill like that. Yeah. Um,
like a walking footpath, right? There, walking footpath. So that when I forget stuff, I can walk up. But I forgot stuff over here. Now, if I did this right, there should be a trigger. There it is. Mineral feed. I am going to fill that with mineral feed. There. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, that I think counts for a 10 all on its own. Well, um, some weird things are happening tonight, guys. Some weird things are happening. Phipps, are you? Yeah, that's the best wreck in a while, eh? Yeah, that takes the cake for a good many right there. That was something else. That was great. And then the bucket thing, I don't know what that was. How much is the small cow pen? All it says, it don't you don't have enough money. Oh, just 1 second here. The small cow pen is $254,000 for the regular size cow barn with 45 cows. It's 254,000. The very small cow pasture with no building is 75,000. The large cow barn with no feeder is $518,500. And then the robot feeder barn is 722,500. And here's the rescue crew. I'm gonna put my weight on the back. Go flip my truck back over. Put those pallets away. My poor truck. My poor truck. Jethro, for the before and after challenge, does it count if I post the map I already built? No, I put that right in the post backwards. Just start a new map on Elm Creek and go to the spot that you built and take a few before pictures. That's all I did. And then post them. because I use this map, so I had to go onto my no mods map, and come down here and took the pictures of the before uh, on a totally different save game. Excuse me. Michael, what did you experience in tomorrow? So far, I have experienced my toe get a little bit colder, um, and that's been about it. It hasn't been too eventful so far. I've been playing Farming Simulator and chatting to you guys. Um, I haven't even been paying attention to what Facebook has been blinging in on my phone, which I probably should have a little bit. But yeah, so far today has been uneventful, but it is also not over yet. Uh, Firebird. How long does it take to produce some milk with the small pen? Because I hope it's not super slow like the eggs. No, actually, as long as when you buy your animals, I'll go in through this way because you can go into the animal dealership through here, and you pick your barn. So like, I'll pick my mixed pasture because I have nothing in there at the moment. Um, but you can pick brown Swiss, which is a dairy. But you have three different options. So the first one is a brown Swiss, but it is 0 months. These ones are 0 months old, so they won't even be able to have babies until they're 10 months. So it would take you at least 10 months for those ones. The second one you can pick are 12 months old, so they're at least producing milk, but it's going to take another about 8 months. And then you can buy 18-month-old brown Swiss. They're automatically giving you milk as soon as you buy them once. So if you want milk right away, your best bet is to buy the third brown Swiss or the third Holstein. They should cost you about $1,500 a cow. 1550 exactly. And then you also have 3 ages of beef cattle if you want to do beef cattle. They don't give you any milk, but they will give you more babies uh, at a at the same length that it takes for a Holstein or a dairy cow. It's still 10 months. So I bought all mine at the oldest age limit so that they can rebirth fastest and be back closest to selling weight. But you can start making milk immediately. Immediately, if you buy the oldest cattle that you can buy. And on top of that, you can make good, pretty good ones. Because like, if you once you get all of them put in there, if you go out to do some field work, and you can say it's something you can crank time up on a little bit, just turn your time up to like 30. It doesn't even have to be crazy high. Just turn your time up to like 30 and let it go. And at the end of the second or third day, after buying your cows, you will have enough milk to take a few thousand liters, if not a whole truckload of 8,000 liters to, and I'm talking the tanker truck, 8,000, or a tanker trailer, 8,000 liters of milk within a few days should be easy. Um, in game, I'll show you mine right now. I've got 65 cows, remind you though, in each barn. But I emptied that milk last night, so each barn right now is producing over 3,500 liters a day. So I mean, you'll be producing milk right off the hop. But that's with 65 cows. So I mean, you gotta take your numbers into consideration there. If you've only got 30 cows, you won't be pulling them numbers, but come on now, get off the forks. There you go. You chose peace. Good choice. Hey, come on. And I haven't, I must say, uh, is it just me, or when you drive up to an animal in first person, it makes a very loud noise? No, it's not just you. It's not just you, Firebird. That does happen, and it happens quite a bit. It is something that Giants is working on and should be resolved in the new patch coming out in the next week or two. And if it's not resolved in that patch, there is also another patch that is also being worked on, but that one will be at a later date, probably 6 to 8 weeks from now. Uh, but yeah, no, it's not. It's not just you guys. It's everybody. Even me. If I drive up here, watch. When I drive by this beef farm, it'll probably. When I drive up to the beef farm, it should do it. It's gonna scare the crap out of me. There it is. You see, guys, there's what my beef looks like now. This is what my beef area looks like. That's what the beef cows look like on my farm. Make sure they got plenty of bushes to scratch on and whatnot. But that's just it, right, Firebird? I'm wearing headphones right now, and yeah, it rocks your eardrums for sure. I want to check something. I want to check something. Oh yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Uh, it's 5 o'clock. I should check these guys right here, right now. Check my beef cows. If I have to, I'll do their chores right now. Yeah, I'm gonna give their chores right now. I'm gonna do their chores right now. My dad put a brand new speaker inside his truck for 50 bucks. Nice. It's a pretty good deal. Now myself, they don't really need it. Um, Beef cows don't need TMR, uh, but I like to give it to them just as a little, in my own mind, a little extra roughage for them. Uh, Normally they just need grass or hay, or silage, but I like to give, these pens will not take silage, but they will take TMR, so I'm gonna give them some TMR, hay, and grass is what I've been feeding my beef cows. And so far, they've been loving it. They got good and fat. They've added over $1,000 onto the price tag since I bought them. Uh, Backwards, is that a PlayStation problem? It hasn't happened to me yet. Yeah, I think it's a console problem. I think it's a Xbox and PlayStation thing. The original price was 1,500. Oh, well, that's a good deal for sure then. Alright, so yes, the mixed rations is up and up. They're filled and filled, and their water's good. That's good. I'm gonna have to bring a trailer load excuse me. I'm gonna bring a trailer load of TMR over. That'll be a job for tomorrow, I think. Gonna take this little tractor, put it back in the shed.
Yeah, his cousin does it for a living. His cousin gave him 99% off.
Oh, jeez, can't argue with that. Can't argue with that at all. That's a good deal.
Um, Firebird, I'm hoping for a map with more timber and woods.
Oh, well, then you're gonna be in love, my buddy, because I actually had a a friend of mine and Mr. Backwoods there, a friend of ours, uh, is the map creator. Is one of the map creators with the Shanty Boy Map Creations, and they told us yesterday, the day before, that they have or are going to be submitting this week Dark Forest uh, for console testing. So Dark Forest for console and a remade version of Dark Forest. So not an exact version of Dark Forest, but a remade version of Dark Forest will be out on console hopefully within the next month. So that is some pretty exciting news. So if y'all on Facebook, go check out on Facebook the Shanty Boys map creators, and they got some pretty cool stuff happening right now. Excuse me. Yeah, I plan on ending her here pretty soon. It's almost 2 a.m. It's another 15 minutes and it's going to be 2 a.m. So I'm going to be signing off here just shortly, boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen of all ages. The rest of us crazies. Oh, fell off my bunker. It's 98% fermented, so as soon as that's done fermenting, I'm going to have 1.7 million liters of silage in here that will need to be sold. So I'm going to put that in the silo over here, which I already got 245,000 liters. Holy, oh, that's not good. That's not good. Can't be yawning like that. Terrible. Uh, 4,000. 4,000. 10 p.m. tomorrow your time, bud. Yeah, should be about that time backwards. Should be just about that. Barely understand the metric system. Yeah, that's not a surprise. You're not the only American on that one. There's a lot of yous. Nothing to be, nothing to be shameful for. And at the same time, I say that there's nothing to be shameful for in not knowing it right now, but there's no excuse as to why you cannot learn it. It can be learned very easy. It's not hard. But that is also coming from a guy that lives extremely close. It lives in Canada, but extremely close to the United States border. So I, in turn, also have spent a lot of time learning both metric and imperial systems because it was needed to be. Drop some feed. Yes, girls, there's some feed. Now we drive out this way. See the girls. And we drive over here. And we see these girls. And then we feed these girls. Nah, I don't think those ones got fed full, but I think they're close enough. Oh no, I better give them a little more.
About 3,000 liters.
Fahrenheit is better than Celsius, though. Well, I mean, not really. Either or is the same. They both measure temperature. One can't really be better than the other. One's no harder to learn than the other, so. There we go. They're topped up fill. Now what we're gonna do, we'll dump off what little bit of, oh, that was almost right back into that silo. Dump that little bit of TMR in. We only got 2,000 liters of straw. Well, we're gonna need to have more than that for sure.
The hard part is conversions from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Once you figure that out, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, that's right backwards. Once you figure it out, it's pretty simple. I plan on ending the stream in about 10 minutes or so, Michael. I'm just going to I'm going to put a couple of bales of straw with the little telehandler here into that tractor and put that into the barn. I'm going to go down and get the silage truck or silage trailer and no, not silage. I'm sorry. My apologies. Not silage. Slurry trailer. I'm gonna go get the slurry trailer from the slurry yard and haul the slurry from the barns down, and then check the milk level. And if the milk level is acceptable, I will um, empty some milk from the barns to the milk tank. Gonna drop these two bales in. I'm not using the bale fork, I'm using the pallet fork, I guess. Oh, no, no, no. Well, into the mixer you go. There. Now we'll put this back over here. Fahrenheit is more sensitive. You are correct there. It does get it way more sensitive reading. But what I like is that with Celsius, at least water boils at 0 with Celsius. So now, as you can see, we're going to go in this side of the barn and fill their straw. And we'll go out this side, go in and down the other side of the Holstein barn, back to the silo, empty out what's left, put the trailer away. I like how I managed to accidentally set that up on purpose, kind of thing. I didn't really mean to do it, but man, is it ever handy. You can actually do like a figure eight while you're feeding. Oh no! I looked down at the phone and just totaled my little Fendt pickup truck. Yes, for anybody who hasn't noticed, it is a Fendt themed farm. The only things that aren't Fendt really are the two pickup trucks, um, the transports, and the telehandlers. Everything else is Fendt as much as I can get. We're gonna close that barn down. I'm gonna leave the slurry for tomorrow morning, guys. For tomorrow. Um, Not tomorrow morning, but tomorrow. I'm gonna leave the slurry for tomorrow. There's only 4,000 liters and 4,000 liters, so that's not even enough to fill that tank. Um, Same as the milk. Not enough to fill the tank, so we're not gonna bother. It's 16 some thousand liters already in this here milk tank, which is awesome. Or 14,000 liters, I guess. 14,000 liters. We had our little milk trailer here. See, as you can tell if you were in the stream earlier. You playing multi? Hey, Redneck, I'm just about to get off, but yeah, I was on multiplayer. I get off work at 10 p.m. my time. You get off work at 10 p.m. your time? That's pretty cool. It's late night, so I went in and hit your stream earlier, Redneck. I was in for a minute. I didn't get a chance to say hi, but I smacked the like button for you. I was starting this at the same time you were starting yours. Oh, that's right. I sent this guy up here to get that. I guess this is going to be the last thing of the night right here, guys. I'm going to take this cultivator back, park it in the yard, park this tractor in the shed, and then this stuff is finally back to the farm and not still sitting at the store from being bought brand new. Never even used this cultivator yet or nothing. No problem, Redneck. Like I said, I'd have joined in and watched for sure and chatted up for a little while, but I just about to hit the start broadcasting button when I seen yours pop up, and I was like, oh man. Tomorrow night, if you're interested, I'd be interested in doing some multiplayer. Maybe you too, Backwoods, if you're interested. Maybe we'll do a multiplayer live stream. If I can get around to it. We can all get around to it. What time do you start streaming? I start streaming would be normally about 8 o'clock your time, Michael. 8 o'clock p.m. your time. Normally. Tonight I was a little later. Uh, my daily events kind of ran a little longer than what I thought they were going to, so there. 2 cultivators. 2 plows. Now we're gonna park this guy in here. The 1050s are still at the field, so I can park that in its place. So, I want to say thank you very much, guys, for joining in on the stream. I say thank you, Backwoods, for hanging out with me for most of the night, chatting up. Uh, Redneck joining in, saying hello. Honest thanks to Michael for hanging out here for quite a while tonight, talking, and Firebird, thanks for joining in the stream and subscribing. Greatly appreciate it, guys. Um, Julia, Bruce's Gaming was in here earlier tonight, and CBW was in here tonight. Who else is in here? Jaden, of course. Jaden was in here tonight. Of course, my buddy Brian. I hope you feel better, my friend. Take care. Get yourself better. Uh, yeah, Backwoods. I'll send you a message tomorrow, Backwoods, for sure. Hey, there's Brian. He's still here. He's still here. I hope you rest up, my friend. I'm blaming you for this. I just drove off the bridge of the tractor while trying to type the chat. Oh, that's hilarious. I'll take that blame, Firebird. I'll take that blame. I'll take that blame. I can't say I haven't been the blame of that for more than one time already. That's for sure. Thank you guys all very, very much. Greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for coming in and making it such an awesome stream. The streams really aren't any fun without you guys. Without having some guys in, or I guess can't say guys, I guess really. Without having everybody in here to have a good chat and a good talk and a good time, the streams aren't as fun. They aren't worth doing without you guys here to watch and talk and interact and give some input and help solve issues and help solve creative ideas. Like I say, in the upcoming weeks as well, there's supposed to be a construction map come out on console. And as soon as that construction map hits on consoles, guys, I'm telling you right now, I will be playing on that construction map so we can see what exactly it is. Because I'm curious. I am extremely curious. Now I gotta get the semi. Thanks, Backwoods. Appreciate it. Thank you, Brian. Have a wonderful night, yourself, my friend. I hope you take care, rest up, get some sleep, lots of fluids. Take care of yourself. Firebird, my apologies. hopefully, hopefully you get that turned around easy enough. Uh, Greenhouses are still good. All right. Oh, thank you very much, everybody. That right there is my cue to tell me I've got to go to bed. It's that time. It is bedtime. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great night. Take care. Stay safe.